Alright, let's go for a lap on the Nürburgring Nordschleife with the CUPRA TCR car. We are on the 24-hour layout, so fortunately no Mercedes arena, and we're just cutting all of the way, and we're going down to second gear for the first corner, getting the car turned for the second corner. Don't go too close to the curb because you'll get a cut. Now approaching the next corner, we are gonna brake a little bit, shift down into third gear, try to stay on the left side of the road to get a good exit out of the next right-hander. Take all of the curb on the exit, and we're going down towards the Dunlopkehre right now. And we're gonna brake at the start of the curb, down to second gear, some kind of double apex, try to get a smooth exit, and now going towards the Schumacher S, which is flat out. Try to stay as straight as possible on the curb on the right here, because you can lose quite a lot of time if you don't. Brake at the end of the curb, turn the car in, get carried out wide and go to the left again. Brake a little bit, let the car coast, cut the grass, not necessary but you can do it. Towards the NGK chicane, or actually I think it's called Vidal chicane now. We're gonna brake around 60 meters, go to the fourth gear, try to stay as close as possible to the curbs but don't touch them. Go over to the right again, brake down to second gear. You can enter a little bit faster than you think because of the compression. Now we are on the Nordschleife. First corner, Hatzenbach-Bogen is flat. Now we're going to do some rallycross in Hatzenbach. Fourth gear, trying to keep the car stable, take the grass, cut the grass here again, more cutting, and even more cutting on the exit. Throw the car into Hocheichen, take the curb on the entry if you want to. Now going towards Flugplatz for some more cutting. I feel like it breaks the car a little bit more than just lifting, and the car also stays more stable. Now going towards Schwedenkreuz, where we will brake a little bit but not too much, and we will go right onto the throttle again in order to not upset the car. We'll brake. Try to stay on the left side of the road for Arenberg. Miss the apex a little bit. Now into the Fuchsröhre, obviously completely flat out in a modern race car. And now onto Adenauer Forst, very scary, especially the first left-hander. Car gets very unstable. Down to second gear, try to stay on the left. I turned in a little bit too early, touched the curb, lost 1 or 2 tenths. You can try to take the corner in second or third gear. It's up to choice, doesn't really matter. Get the car into the slide into Metzgesfeld. Turn in much earlier than you think for the second corner of Metzgesfeld. Brake after the sign for Kallenhardt. Late apex. You shouldn't really touch the curb on the outside there, but I did anyway. Flat out through Spiegelkurve, and now onto the triple right. Miss hit miss, also called. Rear wants to step out here at braking for Wehrseifen. Also very late apex. Now going towards Breitscheid. Brake at the end of the curb, let off the brake earlier than you think you should. Don't touch the curb on the outside, brake very early for Exmühle, so you can be very early on the throttle again. For a good exit you really need the momentum up the hill. Now going towards Lauderleft and the Bergwerk. Stay on the left side of the road, brake, and also again late apex. Lost a little bit of time here. The entry wasn't too clean. And an exit is really important here, because you're going through Kesselchen, up the hill, very steep. You can lose a lot of time here. Staying on the right side of the road for a little bit of a shorter line. Now going towards Mood Kurve, brake a little bit down to 5th gear, early on the throttle again to carry the momentum. Next right-hander Klostertal is flat out. Go to the middle of the road and brake for Steilstrecke. Don't touch the curb on the inside, I did, but you really shouldn't. Now aiming right for the marshal post for the carousel. Down to 2nd gear. You can be on the throttle much earlier than you think at the exit. Next, the left-hand kink is flat easily. And now for 8. Try to let the car flow smooth into the corner. You can touch the curb on the outside here, it's very risky, but you can if you want to. Now for Wippermann, the first right-hander is pretty much flat. Brake in a straight line, try to touch both curbs. Let the compression break you here. Don't get carried out too far. Also be careful, your car the rear wants to step out. Now through Brünnchen. Turn in later than you think you should. Touch the curb on the outside, not necessary, but you can do it. Through Ice Kurve, nothing really special, touch the curb on the outside. Stay on the left side of the road for Flansgarten 1, or 1 I should say. Over the crest and into Flansgarten 2. Obviously completely flat. Shift before the little jump here at Stefan Bellof S. Try to stay on the left side of the road, maybe a little bit in the middle. Car wants to step out. Into the kleine carousel. Use the banking to your advantage. Now on to Galgenkopf. You don't have to brake too much here, don't touch the curbs. Little short shift into 5th gear. Little lift for the second right hand of Galgenkopf. And now onto the longest straight in the world, the Döttinger Höhe. That's about 30 to 40 seconds of flat out driving. Also on the right side you can have a look at the Nürburg if you want to. Also on the right you can see the entry for Touristenfahrten. And we are reaching 250 kilometers an hour. Stay flat through that corner into Tiergarten. First left-hander is flat again. And then start braking at the end of the curb. Don't touch the curb, I did, but it really unsettled the car. Through Hohenrhein chicane, touch the curb for sure. And that's a lap of the Nürburgring Nordschleife in the CUPRA TCR car.